Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Donna Just Being Real. My channel is all about dating, love, relationships, and toxic relationship advice channel. So we got a crime with passion this evening. Yes, crime with passion. This is very toxic. This is a very sad story. And shout out to BG. Thank you for telling me about the story, because I was thinking about it and I planned to do it, but I just didn't get around to it. I was so busy with this knucklehead. You know, this knucklehead right here. This other Dusty. Yeah, this Dusty. It's just so many Dusties to talk about. I think I'm just going to make a channel just focusing on Dusties, because it's just so many of them. They out here. Alright, so people that's watching the replay, people that's here, make sure you hit the like button. Share the video to your social media. And also leave some feedback. I love feedback to let me know what you think and everything. Share your thoughts and opinions, okay? And I'm sorry that I started late. So we're going to get into the first story we're going to get into here. It's a Texas teacher, Wendy Duan, I hope I say Dawn, found dead in her backyard by a Dusty on a dating app. So she met this Dusty on a dating app. In less than a week, she's dead. So we're going to get into that one. Then we're going to shoot along to another story. I have another story for you. We got another Dusty too. This is the married Dusty. She found out she was dating a man and he was married. So he was lying to her. So she was like, you know what? I'm going to go tell your wife what happened. Now she's missing. All right. So first we're going to start off with story number 1. And it's this one. Now before I get into it, real quick, let me greet the people that's here. All right, and we have, all right, I'm so sorry. Like I said, I started late, so sorry. Teresa Mott on deck. Teresa, my dear, blessings to you, blessings to you, blessings to you. And there go BG and Pauline, and thank you for the blessing to my channel. Thank you so much. Thank you for the donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good evening, Donna and Teresa. Hope you are both having a pleasant night. I'm not going to be able to stay long tonight. However, I'll go back and watch it in the morning. All right, girl. No problem. No problem. And 603 in the house. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. And then we have my moderator / co-host this evening, the real Jack Newtown. All right. Let me see who else we have up in here. All right, let me get into this article, then I'll get back into these comments. Wait a minute, I see somebody else up in here. We have a Wendy, and blessings to you, blessings. All right, so I'm going to get back into the comments, but let's just get into the story. I'm going to try to keep this under 30 minutes. I'm going to try so hard, you know, but this is not a trial, so it should be possible. What do you think? What do you think? All right, where was I at? Okay, now we're going to get into this first story here. First, I'm going to show a news clip, and after the news clip, I'm going to read an article. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this clip.
Is made in the murder of an elementary school teacher, Wendy Duan. She was shot and killed at her Sugar Land home. Investigators say she met the suspected gunman on a dating app. They reportedly knew each other for only a week before Sunday's shooting. Investigators say Duan got into an argument with Charvas Thompson. She was shot several times in her backyard.
Right now, Thompson is awaiting extradition back to Texas. The fugitive task force found him in Shreveport, Louisiana yesterday. Brittany Ford has more on the arrest and joins us now. Brittany.
Well, investigators say that Thompson was in Louisiana for about 2 days at an unidentified home before he was arrested. Today, authorities gave us new details into how the two met and what led up to the murder. 26-year-old Charvas Thompson has been charged with capital murder for the death of 28-year-old Wendy Duan. Police say the two had met on an online dating app called Meet Me.
The information that we received is they met online on an app, and they knew each other exactly about a week. I think they met a couple days prior to New Year's Eve. But the first time they'd actually physically seen each other was New Year's Eve.
Investigators were called to Duan's home in the New Territory subdivision in Sugar Land Saturday night after neighbors heard gunshots. When officers arrived, they found Duan shot to death in the backyard. Police believe a fight between the two led to shots fired. Thompson had been on the run for the last week before being located and arrested in Shreveport, Louisiana.
It was a brutal murder, sadly for her and her family and her friends. So we were able to do our part, a little part in and what we can do to try to bring him to justice.
Duan was a beloved Alief ISD teacher who had taught third grade at Boone Elementary for several years. The district's Twitter account is filled with photos showing her love for teaching and her students. In light of the tragedy,
there's got to be a general awareness.
Authorities are sending this message to anyone planning to meet someone online.
Communicating with your parents, your family, your friends. Hey, this is what I'm doing. This is who I'm going out with. This is where we're meeting. Are we meeting in a very public place? Are there other people around? Things of that nature.
Now, Thompson is currently being transported to the Fort Bend County Jail. However, authorities tell me that could take up to a month. His bond remains set at $500,000. Reporting in Sugar Land, Brittany Ford, KHOU 11 News.
We'll be closely.
So I guess this is a killer bum.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Jack, let me change the setting so you can talk there. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it should be. All right, so this is Dusty number 1 here. Okay, I'm just gonna call him Dusty number 1 right now. Okay, just check the description. You can find out the names of everybody. Right?
More like
This is so sad.
one.
This is so sad. What happened to?
Look what the cuts in his eyebrows. You know he's a punk.
Hmm? Yeah, that's just look at him, and you could tell he like a lot of weed. The lips, the grayish tone.
Maybe a little mix of crack and PCP.
Yeah, I think so too. And he had a record. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, don't get me wrong. I don't have anything against with this online dating thing. I really don't. I'm not one of those people that says, "Oh, you meet somebody online, they're crazy." I have some stories to tell, and I didn't meet them online, but they was just crazy. So you can meet a crazy anywhere, right? But what I just don't like too much about with this story is, all right, hold on, let me see if I get to the next one. I'm so sorry. Make sure I pause it, because we're going to hear some more on this one. All right. Well, I just don't like the fact that she just met this dude and she had this man up in her house. Okay. I guess it was some sort of little gathering that they had and he was there. But you know what? Let me read the article and it'll explain a little bit more. All right. So I'm going to get into this article. Where is the article? Don't please tell me I can't find it. You know what? You don't have to listen to music for seconds. I'm going to have to find this article. I don't know where I put this girl at. Give me just a second. Put the music while you wait. Come on, girl. Where are you? Where are you? Alrighty. Now we talking. Okay, I found the article, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it. Now, this is a picture of a home. That's a picture of the backyard. And there's this beautiful young lady right here. All right, this article that I have, who is it from? Fox 26, Houston. And this came out January the 12th, 2023. So right after holiday. Remember I told you holidays, people act like fools? Yeah, well, this is another one of those situations. Dusty, whatever it is, Dusty, arrested in a deadly shooting of a Leaf ISD teacher, met her a week ago on the dating app. Houston, the man accused of shooting and killing the Alif ISD teacher last Saturday has been arrested in Louisiana. Investigators said that the two met on a dating website just 1 week before the brutal murder. The Dusty 26 was arrested Wednesday by a Western District of Louisiana Violent Offenders Task Force and charged with murdering 28-year-old Wendy. Let me just, what was this here? This music here. Y'all can hear me better. Oh, where was I at? Okay. Louisiana Violent Offenders Task Force and charged with murdering 28-year-old Wendy Duan. According to the Sugar Land Police Sergeant Matt Levan, Dawn and this Dusty had met on the dating site Meet Me just days before the fatal shooting. They had just met face-to-face or in person on New Year's Eve. Wow. So they brought in the new year together, and this is what he does later. You hear this? This is typical Dusty. See, I'm saying about these Dusties, ladies, you just gotta stay the hell away from them. These Dusty men will kill you, will try to ruin you. I just don't understand why would somebody as beautiful as she
Tell the
is
truth, Donna.
look at some crap like this.
Tell the truth.
I don't get it. It's just
Amen.
something wrong. It doesn't register. Okay, resume reading. Around 9:50 p.m. last Saturday, investigators said that the two were hanging out with Dawn's friends at her home on Oxford Mills Lane in Sugarland when they had started arguing. All right, so she invited Dusty over to her house. She had her friends there. They was all in the backyard, I guess, having a good time. And here he goes, show his dusty ass. Excuse me for cursing and stuff. Okay. All right, so I guess they started arguing. It had started inside the house. It kind of spilled into the backyard of the house. At that point, gunfire erupted, and our witnesses had actually left the house at the point for their own safety. So I guess everybody hauled ass out of there because he started acting like a fool, started shooting at her. This is crazy. Why would he? Oh, we got to do better, ladies. We
Donna.
really got to do better. Resume reading. All right, she was shot multiple times, over 10 times. So a very brutal, very callous murder, Levain said. Police said that the detectives were able to identify Thompson after interviewing witnesses, reviewing videos, and confirming his vehicle from license plates recognition cameras in the area. His car was later identified by surveillance cameras nearby and tracked by Chevronport, Louisiana. Hope I'm saying it right. Excuse me if I'm saying it wrong. But the Gulf Coast Violent Offenders Task Force authority says that this Dusty was born in Louisiana and is believed to still have family in the area.
Donna, hold
But
on.
oh yeah,
He's from Shreveport?
yeah, that's what it's saying. Yeah.
Oh God, that's a red flag by itself.
See, I just don't get it. I don't get it.
No,
With this.
some of these ladies, when they go to college, Donna, they need to take an elective in bombonomics number 101 to how to avoid a bomb at all cost.
And the parents need to be teaching these kids when they grow up because you ain't gonna learn it in school.
Hell, some of their
The parents
parents
need
might be
to.
bums for all we know.
Yeah, that's why I think sometimes these parents want these kids to fail in relationships, but that's a whole nother topic. One day, if you like, I will get into that one. Resume reading. His car was later identified by surveillance cameras nearby, tracked by Chevronport, whatever it is, Louisiana, by the Gulf Coast Violent Offenders Task Force. Authority says that this Dusty was born in Louisiana and believed to still have family in the area. The police says an arrest warrant was issued for Thompson on Sunday morning, charging him with murder and setting his bond at $500,000. He shot her, he killed her. Why is there any bond? I don't even get that, but hey, let's resume. Court records revealed that this Dusty was out on bond and had a violent past. See, this is what I'm talking about, Lee. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, I wonder if she gave him the cookies. Lord have mercy, she probably gave him the cookies. God damn.
Boy,
Resume. Last May, the 26-year-old was charged with assaulting his ex-girlfriend in Harris County. See, they always got a history. Dusty got a history, boy. Sources close to the investigation says that Thompson punched her in the face during an argument. So he punched a woman in the face. Yeah, okay. During an argument and was arrested. Documents said that Thompson later posted a 1,000 PR bond. I don't know what that is, but I'll go on. Prior to that, this Dusty had a theft charge from 2018 and drug charges from 2021 in Montgomery County. Do you hear this? Yo, he ain't crap. He's not crap. He's a walking time bomb. All right. This beautiful lady, her neighbors, Vino Simon, said that he returned home Saturday night to find his neighborhood surrounded by police. I heard that her students love her a lot, and I believe it. I really feel sad for them. I feel sad for the family. I hope they overcome this, Simon said. This lady Wendy, was a teacher at Boone Elementary School, according to the Leaf ISD. Those who knew her described her as a kind and soft-spoken person. Martisha Haynes, I guess whatever, said that Wendy dedicated her career to helping kids and spent her free time volunteering to feed the homeless. Oh my God, she had a heart. And that's probably why he killed her. See, they prey on stuff like that. Women like that, yeah, those are the ones they like. All right, she did have a great spirit. She was very nice and loving person. Police warn anyone using dating apps be vigilant and extra careful. If you do plan on meeting that individual, let your friends know. Bingo, that's true. Let your family know what you are doing. That is true. And who you're going to meet. Try to verify who you're meeting with. Try to meet first couple of times in a public place. A very open place, a very open place where there are people around you in a safe setting and well lit setting, said the Sugarland Police Chief Mark Poland. All right, wait a minute, I'm almost done. Oh, what was this? Okay. Officials with the Aleve ISD confirmed that Wendy was a third grade reading and writing teacher who was employed with the district since 2017. We are deeply saddened to learn about the tragic passing of Aleve ISD employee Wendy Duan, the district said in a statement. Wow. That's so sad. This shouldn't have happened. Shouldn't have happened.
Now,
That's what happened with the Dusties.
now,
Yes.
I'm gonna give advice to y'all ladies. If y'all gonna go out and do like online dating, because I know it's the new wave, and it ain't too much face to face much anymore because of society and technology and the COVID and the crazies. But at least spend the few dollars, ladies, to do a background check on the guy that you're gonna potentially meet in person. Please do that. I mean, yes, it's gonna be what, $9.99, $10, maybe $15. Some may be cheaper, but I'll say buy them more that cost a little bit more because it does it more in depth. Or ask somebody you know who has access to information like that and run their name in a database. Or, if you got any people who are police officers or law enforcement community members, that sort of thing, get them just to run the background check on this individual just before you actually bring the bum to the house or meet the person in public or some type of scene. Just please do that. Just
Okay.
like any woman, if I see me online, I tell her my full name, I tell where I live, and I'll tell her run the background check on me. And if you're going to meet me, have somebody who you know that's close to you. Because I'm transparent. I'm not going to sit there. Uh, oh, okay. Let me just shut my mouth. I'm sorry.
No, no, thank you. That was a great one. You can give us some more at the closing. Let me just show you this video right here. And Jack was making some good points. These background check, but we'll get into that one. All right, we got another clip right here. Let's hear what this gentleman have to say. Let's get it.
And we just got the development today. There was an arrest in Wendy's case. That suspect that you guys were already looking for, you knew who he was found in Louisiana. Maybe walk me through the investigation and how you got here now.
I'd say first our condolences and prayers definitely go out to the family and the friends of Wendy. Just a tragic accident, tragic situation to begin with. Not an accident, tragic situation. But after we responded for the report of gunfire and detectives located Wendy in the backyard, very extensive investigation, ongoing investigation at this point, interviews with witnesses, canvassing the neighborhood and things of that nature. But Sergeant Levan can definitely speak to it was his team that led the investigation. Sergeant Levan was on scene. He worked relentlessly for days straight, trying to find the suspect in this case, and I'd let Matt speak on that.
Yeah, I'd just say there were witnesses that were interviewed. There was video evidence that was located in and around the houses or the houses in the area. Yeah. So the video was reviewed. There was license plate technology that was reviewed where a vehicle was located that belonged to the suspect. So coupling all that together during the investigation, we were able to obtain an arrest warrant for Mr. Thompson. At that point, we worked with our federal partners on the Gulf Coast Violent Offenders Task Force and their counterparts in Louisiana. And they were able to yesterday take him into custody in Shreveport.
Do you know where he was found? Was it at like a gas station, a hotel? Do we know where he was found in the
It was a house, it was a residence, but I don't know the connection to that house to him.
And do you know how long he was in Louisiana, or had approximately had made the trip from the Houston area to Louisiana?
Yeah, we believe he was probably there about 2 days.
2 days. And also, too, with the investigation, and I don't know if this is, we did know it was a domestic dispute. We do know that they had met a week prior. There was some speculation that they may have met online or social media. Can you confirm any of that?
Yeah, the information that we received is they met online on an app, and they knew each other exactly about a week. I think they met a couple days prior to New Year's Eve. But the first time they'd actually physically seen each other was New Year's Eve.
Do you know what app that was, what dating app it was?
I believe it was Meet Me.
Meet Me.
Meet Me? Meet Me.
A dating, online
I believe it's a dating, some kind of dating app.
And also just the nature of the case too as well, the, her being found, neighbors hearing the gunshots, her body being found outside in the backyard. Do you believe, since it was said to be a domestic dispute that led to this, that she was trying to get out, like she was trying to escape?
The information that we have from the witnesses is that there was an argument that ensued inside the house between the two parties. It kind of spilled into the backyard, and then our witnesses had heard gunfire, and the suspect had left the scene at that point.
So you don't know if she was necessarily trying to run away from him, but whatever happened and whatever fight or altercation that happened inside the home then kind of led out into the
backyard. Yeah, the scene didn't indicate any type of like running away or her trying to escape or anything like that.
I see. What was your message? Well, is there anything else in the investigation? Obviously, and this is one point obviously I want you to talk to as well. We know that he is being transferred to the Fort Bend County Jail. Can you talk about the charges, and can you talk about that process? You said it may not be for another, could be months.
Sure, it could. So currently he's charged with murder. A district court judge in Fort Bend County signed an arrest warrant early Sunday morning, issuing a $500,000 bond for Mr. Thompson. There is an extradition process that he has to go through in the state of Louisiana, and depending on that hearing and the results of that hearing depends on how long it takes for him to get back in the state of Texas.
So right now, we did the initial press release was saying that he was being currently transported to in the process of being transferred to Fort Bend County Jail. That extradition process, you said, could take a week to months. So it's not something that could be happening overnight.
That's the information we're receiving. So in the somewhat near future, who will be.
To the ones that's coming in, make sure you hit that like button. And if you want to know what's happening, feel free to read the description so you can catch up. Resume. And this is kind of low. It's just the video. It's not my end here. I have it on the loudest I can, so hopefully everybody can hear it. Resume.
We'll be back in the state of Texas. We just don't know if it's going to be a week, a couple of weeks, or longer than that.
Anything else in the investigation that you think is, I forgot to ask about, or you think that is important for the story, where you guys are at, and just how you were able, gosh, the timeline of this is also a blessing for this family to get some closure. It just happened last Saturday. Sometimes these types of things could go on for weeks and months. To find out that there was a quick arrest and the quick work of investigators, maybe talk to us about that.
Yeah, and again, just like the chief stated, our condolences go out to her family, her friends. She was a local school teacher. Information, she was loved by family and friends. So it was a brutal murder, sadly for her and her family and her friends. So we're able to do our part, a little part in what we can do to try to bring him to justice. So we worked as hard as we can. We had detectives working tirelessly for days straight, and they were able to develop the information to get an arrest warrant on him, and then to develop information on what was that to get him into custody. So that was our part that we could do to bring him justice.
Do you know if he was, he doesn't seem to have prior history. I think we saw one case of a family violence from last year, but do you think that maybe there was other potential people he hurt or victimized through this app?
Yeah, that we don't know, or we don't have information that leads us to believe there's anybody else. His criminal history is there was a 2022 Harris County misdemeanor arrest of family violence, and then he has a drug charge in Montgomery County and a theft charge in 2018 also out of Harris County. That's the only known criminal history that we know of.
But nothing else related to the dating app or
Correct.
what transpired over
Correct.
the last couple of days.
Correct.
What would you say to people? I mean, this is the second, and maybe Chief, this may be a better question for you, whoever's more comfortable. What would you say to people on dating apps? I mean, this is kind of the second. I think we had one with Bumble, a lady who was held at her own will a couple of weeks ago. I want to say not even a week ago that we covered something like this. What would you tell to the public and people who are obviously dating is very popular, but as a warning or a message to be aware of how this could end?
I think, the best thing is it's overall awareness and communicating with your parents, your family, your friends. Hey, this is what I'm doing. This is who I'm going out with. This is where we're meeting. Are we meeting in a very public place? Are there other people around? Things of that nature. There's got to be a general awareness of potential factors that are out there when you're meeting someone online who you're just communicating with through a phone. You don't know that individual. What are they hiding? What are they not sharing with you? So definitely, if you're going to go that route, I think I would share what I'm doing with my friends, with my family, let someone know where I'm going to be, who I'm supposed to be meeting with, and then meet in very public places and try to get to know folks.
Well, the man accused.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the app that she met him on. Meet Me. All right, let me go back to some of these comments. I have some more because we're going to go through her Facebook, get to know a little bit about her. All right. I see this comment. 603 said BG dust and bullets. Mm-hmm. All right. And Lisa popped up here, and Crystal. And do I see Black Lady Jane up in the house? Blessings to you, blessings to you. And Crystal says here, beware of the devil on dating apps, men or women. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
You have to.
I,
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I
Go
apologize. I got a statement. Now, I know, like myself, I really don't like dating apps, but I have to understand it's kind of like the journalists who used to love typewriters, but then have to convert to PCs and Macintoshes. At first, they're like, it's nothing. It'll never take over. And then 15 years later, they're throwing the typewriters in the garbage bin. It's kind of sort of like this. The dating apps is coming along. Yeah, we don't like it, but give it about 10 more years, that may be the standard of dating before you know it, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Especially we live in a time of COVID. We're having a lot of biochemical weapons being spread around the cities in that sort of manner. So they keep you enclosed. Unfortunately, universal basic income may be coming soon to a theater near you. But if you're going to do online, ladies, make sure you sign up. Bumble's a good one because the men have to pay, right? They have to pay money to see who liked who. Yes, they have to pay. So that's one way to kind of knock off some bums because what a bum does not want to pay for anything, right? Bum don't never have no money, nothing. He expects you to pay for everything. Okay. So if you're going online dating, at least get to a dating site to where it's in your favor. Because on Bumble, the women make the choice. It ain't the man. The man just has to sit there and wait on his hands, sitting on his hands, right? And he has to pay. I think it was like some is like $39.99 for a, a week, or
I
or
did do commentary with online day. I'm gonna do an update on that one to give some
okay,
more tips on
yeah.
that one.
But ladies, make sure you find the one that actually gets the guys to pay subscriptions because with subscriptions you need your card information, you need to be verified, you need your driver's license, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So
All right. I'm gonna show this video here. I want to go a little bit. Let's get into a little bit of her Facebook, okay? Because I want to get to this other story. We have another story to cover. All right. This is her Facebook here, right? And we're gonna watch this video. Wait a minute. Not this.
I have all this work that I need to do because grades are due tomorrow, and my ass has been procrastinating because I'm just not one of those teachers that grades throughout the week, So I wait last minute, and they're due tomorrow. Somebody send help. Why does this filter make me look like I got a nose job? See, these Snapchat filters be catfishing people. Like, my nose is not that tall.
Okay, get a little bit of insight of who she is. Seems like she's a bubbly person, and a lot of people was very, oh, am I on mute? Oh, no, I'm not on mute. A lot of people was very fond of her, All right, this one here, can you all see it? Yes, you can. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Let's focus on this. All right. This happened in December 16, 2021. I still can't believe that I won ESL Teacher of the Year. LOL. The whole time I kept telling people that there's no way that I would win, especially going against other teachers who have been teaching way longer than I have. Thanks to the people who believed in me and voted for me. So sad. Now you see right here. Hopefully y'all flowing me. She just got a new car. This is so sad. November 24th, 2021. Look at this beautiful car that she got. That she worked hard to get. And this evil Dusty. See, this is what I'm talking about, ladies, with Dusties. We're going to have a conversation about Dusties. So, maybe
conversation.
Again, because I have to get into this one. See, these Dusties, a lot of them is broke, right? And they get jealous. Coming over here, she has a career job. She went to college, so she's educated. She's a teacher. She's loved by children. She's loved by people. A lot of people love teachers, correct? So that's a jealousy that gets them angry. They get angry.
bring the dirt devil.
Exactly. She has a nice vehicle. He probably came over there with a little broke down pup, that kind of thing. All right, so just jealous, But I'm so happy, she got a car. She was, working hard. She don't have much on here on this page. That's it. But I just wanted to show that. All right. I'm also have another clip. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me get into another clip. I know I said 30 minutes. I'm past 30 and we can get to the second story. But just hang in there with me. Hang in there, ladies and gentlemen. And then I'm going to get to the comments and I'll have my closing thoughts. Just give me a second here. What else did I want to show? Okay. Just show us another clip here. Okay, I got another news clip on the same topic. Then we're going to move on. After this, we're going to move on to the next one, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it.
Accused of shooting and killing an A-Leaf ISD teacher over the weekend has now been arrested. Investigators believe the two met on a dating website just 1 week before that brutal murder. Fox 26's Natalie Key joining us live from Sugar Land with these just horrifying details. Natalie.
Caroline, that's right. Sugar Land police tell us 28-year-old Wendy Duan had invited her friends over to meet this new man in her life for the first time on Saturday. Then shortly after the get-together started, police say the two started arguing and the suspect shot Wendy more than 10 times before fleeing to Louisiana. 26-year-old Charvas Thompson was arrested Wednesday and charged with murdering 28-year-old Wendy Duan.
They had just met face-to-face or in person on New Year's Eve. So exactly a week prior to the murder.
According to Sugar Land Police Sergeant Matt Levan, Duan and Thompson had met on the dating site Meet Me just a week before the fatal shooting. Around 9:50 p.m. last Saturday, investigators say the two were hanging out with Duan's friends at her home on Oxford Mills Lane in Sugar Land when they started arguing.
It had started inside the house. It kind of spilled into the backyard of the house. At that point, gunfire erupted. and our witnesses had actually left the house at that point for their own safety. She was shot multiple times, over 10 times. So very brutal, very callous murder.
Investigators say Thompson then left in his own vehicle. His car later identified by surveillance cameras nearby and tracked to Louisiana by the Gulf Coast Violent Offenders Task Force.
I just heard that her students loved her a lot. I really feel sad for them. I feel sad for the family. Hope they overcome this.
Those who knew the Boone Elementary School teacher said she was a kind and soft-spoken person who dedicated her career to helping kids and then spending her free time volunteering to feed the homeless.
She did have a great spirit. She was very nice and a loving person.
Investigators say Thompson is expected to have an extradition hearing soon and will be transported back to the Fort Bend County Jail soon after that. We did also search his records and found out that Thompson does have a criminal past. In fact, he was actually out on bond for a previous family assault charge back in May. We'll have more details on that coming up at 6 o'clock on D News Edge. From now, we're live in Sugar Land.
Did they just say he had a previous assault charge to a family member? See what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's and they're gonna extradite him to Louisiana. He's effed. I'm gonna tell you, you don't want to go to prison in Louisiana. Okay, he's better off going to prison in Texas. You better hope they keep him in Texas. He go down to Louisiana, he's gonna go to one of the two facilities, the worst, Elena Hunt and Angola. Angola's the worst. And if you got charges of rape or killing a woman or child abuse or any child endangerment charges or assault on women, you're going to die in there. You're going to have a short life. Or your name is going to be Trina. One or two.
Wow. All right, we're gonna get ready to move on to Dusty number 2. Yep, Dusty number 2. Let's get into Dusty number 2. And then I'll share my thoughts at the end here. All right, we got Dusty number 2 here. This is a woman who found out that her boyfriend was actually married, was killed after she said that she would expose his lies. That's very dangerous, ladies, when you do stuff like that. But let's get into this one. All right, I'm going to read this article we have right here. And this article is from, Yahoo News. Came out January 23rd, 2023. A woman who found out that her boyfriend was actually married was killed after she said that she'll expose his lies, police says. All right. A Texas man is accused of killing his girlfriend after she found out that he had lied about being married and said that she would tell his wife, police said. According to the jail records, Ocastor, whatever his name is, just check the description. All right. According to the jail records, this Dusty, 32 years old, has been booked on murder, kidnapping, and arson charges in connection to the death of Kayla Kelly, 33, the beautiful lady that you see. Kelly was reported missing on January 11th, and her disappearance prompted days of searching. Her car was found deserted and burnt beyond recognition. You hear this? Burnt beyond recognition. This is insane. Y'all hear this, right? Okay. Burnt on recognition. Okay, here we go. On January 12th and 2 days later, Ferguson was arrested on kidnapping charges. On January 18th, her body was found buried in a Grand Prairie field by Collins County Sheriff Office and Texas Rangers. While we desperately hope for a different outcome, I'm grateful for the dogged determination of my deputies and our Texas Rangers in locating Miss Kelly. Collins County Sheriff Jim Skinner said after her body was identified. According to the arrest warrants for Ferguson, he and Kelly had been dating after meeting online over the summer. Okay, so they met over the summer. They worked their way through cuffing season. Okay, yeah, this is around breakup time. Okay, Kelly then discovered his true identity and that he was married. And according to the police, that she told her friends that she was going to expose Kevin and tell his wife everything. Ladies, I don't understand this crap. All right. The affidavit said that Ferguson's wife told the police that she received a text message from an unknown number on January the 4th, saying that they needed to tell her something. Based on the language in the text, she believed that it was sent by a woman. After Kelly was reportedly missing, police officers confronted Ferguson at his workplace and he confessed to having an affair, the affidavit said. But Ferguson told the police that he last saw her on January the 10th when she dropped him off for work. Why is she dropping him off? Why is she driving him? Yep, okay. Dusty number 1. See, just gotta stay away from him. She was supposed to return to bring him lunch. She dropped him to work and she's supposed to be bringing him lunch. I'm done. But never did. He allegedly told the police. Oh, it could have been all a lie. Yeah, okay. According to the arrest warrants, police records obtained by the investigators revealed that on January the 10th, Ferguson had traveled near Kelly's home, then went to the area where the car was later discovered. He allegedly denied being in the area and told the police that he had no knowledge of what happened to the car or Kelly. Police also found that Ferguson's wife had recently reported their car stolen, and it was later found near Kelly's home with gloves, duct tape, and a blanket inside, the affidavit said. What that sound like to me, ladies and gentlemen? What that sound like to y'all? Put in the comments. All right, I'm going to show a clip here. Where am I at? All right, let's get into this news clip.
Investigators believe the man suspected of kidnapping a missing woman gave her a fake name and lied to her about his marriage while they were dating. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. Detectives believe she recently found out about the marriage, threatened to expose him, and shortly after, she vanished. Kayla Kelly's car was found in Frisco, burned. She still hasn't been found. But they say they have evidence Ocastor Ferguson was the last person to see her and be with her. And they found some disturbing evidence in his car. Fox News' Peyton Yeager obtained court documents related to the case and joins us live from the Collin County Sheriff's Office with what she's learned so far. Peyton.
Steve, Kayla Kelly's friends are the ones who told Collin County deputies that Kelly had a boyfriend at the time of her disappearance, and she had just recently became upset because she found out that he was married. Now, the suspect is still in jail tonight, but he told investigators and admitted that he used a fake name when he talked to Kelly. He also told investigators that they had been dating for at least 6 months, but would not disclose where she could be.
Tuesday, investigators were spotted searching a field across from missing 33-year-old Kayla Kelly's McKinney home. The pair went on to comb through a creek nearby and then a densely wooded private road. It's not confirmed the investigators were out looking for Kelly, but it's still a mystery where she may be. An arrest affidavit obtained by Fox 4 on Tuesday reveals an illicit affair between Kelly and Ocastor Ferguson right before she disappeared. According to investigators, Kelly only recently found out Ferguson was married, and he never even told her his real name. January 11th, Kelly's friends and coworkers reported her missing to the Collin County Sheriff's Office after not hearing from her for several days. The next day, January 12th, Frisco police located Kelly's vehicle on a deserted county road in Frisco. According to investigators, the car had been burned beyond recognition, and the incident was not consistent with a natural fire. Deputies then went to Kelly's McKinney duplex for a welfare check. Kelly was not home, but her dog was, and it didn't have any food or water. Detectives then went through Kelly's phone records, pointing them to conversations with Ocastor Ferguson, who went by the name Kevin Brown. They later found his Lexus parked near Kelly's home, and according to court records, a search warrant was conducted on the vehicle, and gloves, duct tape, and a blanket were inside.
On January 13th, investigators showed up to Ferguson's workplace and they spoke to him. According to investigators, Ferguson admitted to knowing Kelly, and the last time he saw her was Tuesday, January 10th, when she dropped him off for work around noon. That statement matched evidence collected from cell phone records. Ferguson claimed his car was at Kelly's house because he was hiding it from his wife, and he allowed deputies to look through his phone. There, they saw text conversations where she threatened to tell his wife about the affair. Investigators say he also admitted he lied to Kelly about his name since they started dating last summer to keep from getting caught. Ferguson's wife was interviewed, and she told detectives she got a text message from an unknown number advising they needed to tell her something. She said she never responded, and when detectives asked to see her phone, it was broken. Monday, we visited the Grand Prairie home shared by Ferguson and his wife, but there was no answer. Eventually, investigators collected evidence placing Ferguson in the general area where Kelly's burned car was found, but he denied being in that area and wouldn't tell them where Kelly was. He was placed in custody, charged with kidnapping. His bond is $1 million. We also learned today through public records that Ferguson is not a U.S. citizen. He is listed as a Jamaican citizen. However, his immigration status in the United States is unclear right now. Also, according to his booking information, his only visitor is his wife. Again, Collin County Sheriff's deputies not releasing any more information to us today, but those public records were released.
I'm sorry, people. I was not laughing at the death or nothing. It just when a woman made that statement about the $1 million bond, and then yeah.
All right. Yeah, this was very interesting. Okay, now let's get back to this. Let me go to these and I see Renee came up in the house. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. All right.
Oh, he faked his name.
Excuse me?
He faked his name?
Yeah, he lied about his name.
Wow.
Yeah,
what? Ladies, I'm serious. Y'all got some technology at the fingertips.
Well, Jack, you're gonna give your closing thoughts, and I'm gonna give mine here. You can give your closing thoughts if you want.
Like right now, or
right now. Yes.
Okay, cool, awesome. Thank you. I thank everyone for coming to Donna's channel. Please subscribe to her and share, and tell your friends about Donna. She is a great, wonderful woman. But yeah, ladies, I mean, seriously, I know there's guys that's gonna beat me up for telling you things because I like doing things like this. I like telling things on guys. Well, these guys, of course. This, if he gives you a name, make sure you run it. And people think Google search is the answer. I'm like, no. Google doesn't tell you everything. Trust me. I'm in the line of business to where I can run a background check and find out when the last utility bill that you paid. That's how far I go. So you need one of that. You need an extensive background check on these men. And if he gives you a name and it doesn't check out, you better run, because he's lying. He's not telling you the truth. I know some people don't want to put things out there on Front Street from the beginning because of certain situations. But if you got to lie about your real name, that's a huge red flag. That's a super red flag right there. So, if he gives you a fake name, you better run. Actually, you can find out his real name by asking for his number or his email address. See if that checks out. If you get an email address or you get an actual phone number, you're going to find out his real name. Because in order for you to get a phone number, you need an actual name. Otherwise, it's a spoof number. If he gives you a spoof number, run. That's another big red flag. Okay. If he gives you an email address and it doesn't tie to a name that's familiar, run. Y'all be careful out there, ladies. Seriously, these guys, Some of these guys out here are very dangerous. They're out for your reality, and they're even out for your salary.
Have a point. All right. So basically, this is to sum up to get into this one here. All right. Basically, I was just focused on Dusty's. Beautiful lady, absolutely stunning, gorgeous. Why would she even bother to even entertain something like this? I don't care what his profile picture looked like. It had to look like crap. Why would you entertain this? Why would you entertain a Dusty like this and let him come into your house and bring around your friends? And then I'm really curious to know what the argument was, but that's something we'll probably never find out. What the heck had they been arguing about that it's only been 1 week? All right, they was arguing in the house instead of came on outside to the backyard. I guess he started shooting. He coming over to this woman's house with a gun, so a loaded gun. So that shows a lot about his character. Only a Dusty would do some crap like that, right? And he shows himself, starts shooting and disappears. You know, and this only happened a week. Should have listened to her mother. Mother was warning her to say, no, something not right about this man. Something not right. But she didn't listen. Sometimes you have to listen. I bet you the friends, when they saw this piece of crap walking in the house, they said, where did you find him? You know, where'd you find him? And I think personally, she's one of those pretty girls who, kind of have a little low self-esteem. She doesn't have, she date these type of guys, or she kind of like the bad boy kind of edgy guys, or she probably feels, well, just because I'm a teacher, I'm a degree, I don't want men to feel intimidated by me, and I don't have to, date these type of other type of guys. So she ended up dealing with this Dusty, and you're dead. This is what happens. You should have been leveling up. Hypergamy. Date above, not below. This is what's going to happen to you ladies. This is what happens when you date below. You're going to be found dead. Okay? With a Dusty. No, this was just a waste of time. Shouldn't have happened. I really feel sorry for this girl. I wish this didn't happen because she's gorgeous. She's a teacher. She had a life together. She just got herself a new car. I know she was so happy to get her new car. Then when she got that award and everything, she was happy, excited. Things was going bright for her for the past, what they said, 21st, 2021, 2022. Everything was going great until she went on this and met this Dusty. Now, me, I don't have any problems with, meeting people online, because you can meet a crazy at your local gas station, at the supermarket, or your friends could tell you, come on over to my house. We're having some cocktails and, a little dinner party, and you come over and you meet a guy there, and he could be just as crazy. So you can meet a crazy online, offline. They're all over the place. But you just have to listen to that gut feeling. You have to ask questions. You got to watch their bodies, their eyes, and see what's happening. Find out their past relationships. But we're going to get into that. It's going to be a whole nother topic. So I could talk about that all day. All right. Now this one here, let me share my thoughts about her. What I think is really sad is you didn't even know that he was married. See, red flags, ladies. When you're dating a man, and if you ain't never been to his home, 9 times out of 10, he got a woman or he's married. That's a red flag. And there had to been some situation that she had to know that something was up with this dude. I don't understand how, because it seemed like him and his wife is actively married. Correct? They active, what's it, actively married? That sounds crazy, right? They active with each other, married. So how she didn't know? But then she finds out and she's like, oh, I'm going to tell your wife. I'm gonna hurt you, you hurt me, and all this. See, there's no need to do that. What she should have just did was just walk away and just say, forget it, and keep it going. I know it hurts, you give your heart to someone, you give them your cookies, and then this crap happens. It does hurt. It really does hurt. But you see, some of these Dusty type of dudes, they can become very dangerous. And especially when they feel that they're going to lose their gravy train, like his wife was a gravy train, probably to keep him in the country. They say he's not really from this country, so he can't lose the wife, because that means he's going to get kicked out and they're going to send his ass back to, what they said, Jamaica or something like that. So he didn't want to lose that gravy train. You got to watch out for that. And she's beautiful. She's stunning. What are you doing with this guy? I mean, he needs a shave. He needs a haircut. I mean, really look at him. All Dusty material. That's how Dusty looks. And this is so sad. But I'm going to get into another video, and we're going to discuss Dusties, the sign of you being a Dusty. I've done that before, and I think I'm going to repeat again. Because you never know who can help to hear this and learn from and share it with someone else, because you have to know, because these Dusties will kill you. These Dusties will try to ruin you, okay? They'll try to impregnate you and then disappear and don't want to take care of the kids. Why are these women dealing with these broke bum guys? I just don't get it. They don't have nothing to offer. All they're good for is in the bed. For what? Is that all we looking for, ladies? That's really sad. Especially when you're over 30, you really need to get yourself together. Really. I mean, over 30, no excuse. All right. Let me see with some comments here. And to anybody I didn't greet, blessings to you. Blessings to you. Thank you for being here. What did she say here? Why would she do that? Kick him to the street and keep moving. Exactly. Just kick him to the street. And Renee came up in here. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. And was any other comments? All right. Rod said, Beth, and blessings to you. What town? I live in Texas and I haven't heard anything. This happened in, what part of Texas was this? Okay. Yeah. Did it say? I can't find it, but it says Texas. This article that I was reading was Yahoo News.
It's in Sugar Land, Texas.
Oh, okay. Sugar Land, Texas. All right. And, okay, Sugar Land, Texas. And blessings, welcome here. All right. Let me see. Did I miss any other? All right. And Melanie popped up in here through the back door. Blessings to you, girl. Yeah, we have Dusty talk here. Can't what Crystal said, cancel his green card. Send him back. Exactly. Get the heck out of here. All right. Stay safe, ladies, and thank you for having me. You're like family to me now. Don't want to lose none of you. Oh, blessings to you too. Blessings. All right, so I'm about to wrap it up here. Sorry I kept y'all past the 30 minutes. Okay. But thank you everybody for for hitting the like button. Thank you for engaging and stuff. And ladies, just be careful out here. There's a lot of dusty men out here that they just come into women's life. They have issues. I don't know, maybe something from their childhood. They just get intimidated by people. They don't feel they're tall enough with these men. I don't know what it is. But as us ladies, we cannot be their counselors. Yes, we're nurturing. We're supposed to love and take care of our men and be there and stuff like that. But he got to be doing the stuff to make us want to do that. When he ain't doing nothing but just applying wood, no, we got to do better. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure everybody has themselves a blessed night and a safe one. And stay tuned for some more of, where the heck am I? Of Donna Just Being Real. Bye. Stay dust free.